to lean in.
Yes, honey. It's summertime and the living is easy. Welcome to the Summer House premiere from Martha's Vineyard, aka Somehow Black People. Hey
Black
to all
Summer
my
House.
roommates. Okay, Black Summer House. Hey to my roommates, Cortez, Asia, Danny, and Sammy. What's the tea?
What's going
I
on?
need some. I
You
need
tell
some
us,
tea.
Chase.
Hold on, I see somebody talking about what's going on. We actually started the show 5 minutes ago, but we weren't live, so we had.
We saw.
My
We were just doing what Black Summer House is expected to do.
Listen,
Oh.
black. This is real black excellence. Okay, whatever Preston was talking.
And we're gonna get into all of that. So let's just get right on into it and lean in, bitch. And TKC, don't start no won't be nothing. All right. So, oh Lord, y'all. Oh, okay, all right.
Well,
We start the show meeting our hosts, Newlyweds, Silas and Jasmine. They are, ooh, oh my goodness. They are shortly followed by Preston, who is a frat brother of not only Silas, but, oh no, I'm sorry.
Only
That's
Silas.
not your frat. Only Silas, excuse me. Yes. What is her name?
Bria.
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 Yes, well, I say Brian. Yes, Bria arrives with a special uninvited guest, Milo, her dog, or Milo. And Bria says it's because she needs it for the emotional support. I'm so glad I don't have a voice because Bria, bitch, you was going to get cussed out. Let me just tell you real quick. I'm scared of dogs. So please, don't you ever bring no dog to no establishment without informing the people. You don't make that choice for them. What about now? Now, because you're emotionally supported, I'm in emotional distress for the next 15 days. Bitch, please. What y'all think about that?
It definitely was her real support animal because the bitch didn't put the damn bitch down. If you look at every scene, it's the dog like this.
Yeah. I mean, you saw the cover of this live was the dog, because the dog was the star between Jasmine. Jasmine was beefing with the dog, so
yeah.
And I was too. Damn dog.
I didn't like that, and I didn't like the fact that the dog shed. But I guess y'all can get into that later. Like, if you gonna bring a dog around me, make sure it don't shed everywhere because I want to enjoy the pool. That's all.
I did not like that.
That's why. Yeah,
Go
that's
ahead.
why I think she should have given a heads up, not even ask permission, just let you know that it's coming so other people can make arrangements. So other people can make arrangements. Because like me, I'm allergic, like horrible to long haired dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I would have been dead. Chase is scared of dogs. Like, you got to make arrangements. I don't want no dog hair flying while I'm about to eat either.
I have nice clothes, so I would just bring my Fashion Nova and Shein if you're gonna bring your dog. I'm not gonna bring my nice Martha Vineyard clothes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Wigs. Like, I'm not gonna let dog hair be in my nice wigs. I'm gonna just wear my hair.
Whose house did she think this was? Kyle Richards? Go ahead.
Yeah,
Sam.
like why would you, Kyle Richards? Like, what was the mind frame to go around it? You're already a guest of a guest, so it probably would have been the smartest thing to see if you could bring another guest, especially a pet. Like, you don't know everybody's situation there when it comes to
still a
dogs.
plus one.
Yeah, that would have annoyed the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this. I don't see an issue with her bringing it. I guess, like I said, the main thing is that she didn't tell anybody.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
And I guess my main issue, which we'll talk about more with her, that even when she is addressed about it, she just seems like she doesn't really care even then. Like, there is no type of, oh, I apologize. I apologize. It's just like, well, this is my emotional support animal. Y'all got to deal with it. And it don't work that way. But I did crack up when she said emotional support, because realistically, any of us on this panel can write a letter as if we're a doctor and say to fly with an animal and say this is our emotional support companion. So I'm really curious, was it really her emotional support animal?
Well, because of what you just said too, a lot of businesses and stuff are now differentiating. Before you could bring a service ESA in there, now it has to be a service animal for an actual handicap or something like that. Yeah. A lot of them are differentiating because you can go online and just pay a company $50 and they'll give you a letter, so you don't got to pay a pet deposit.
Real quick, I got one on my computer from a couple years ago.
Can you send it to me?
Yes, I can.
Because like honestly, when I'm at the Target, I don't give a damn if you sad or not. Leave a dog in the car.
You dog at home.
Now I will say, Chase, you wouldn't be able to live in LA, Jack, because in LA, but California in general, when it comes to animals, they be sitting next to you eating.
Chase,
They
know
be at
when
the
I'm
grocery
saying this.
store.
But they also have restaurants for that like pet friendly. So why don't you just save your animals for like the pet friendly establishment?
You remember Joe's and Henry's pet hair just flying everywhere while you're trying to eat?
There are a lot of Brias floating around LA right now. Literally, like I see them all the time. They don't care. It's their dog, and that's all it is.
In the area I stay, I picked the worst area in Atlanta to move to. Okay, there are dogs everywhere, and I did not. I'd be scared to get on and off the elevator. It's that bad, y'all. Like my apartment, I'm not moving. Catch.
And I'm a dog lover. I have a dog, so it's not
coming to your house. Not gonna do it. All right. So Jasmine wants to give Bria the scoop on the man, but Bria lets her know quickly, hey boo, I'm booed up. My man is over in Germany, and I'm not gonna hook up with any other guys in the house. Jasmine thinks that's pretty stupid, and she also thinks that it's aggressive that she moved to Germany to be with her man. What did you guys think about that? Like, what's that to you about? Because like, I don't understand the problem. Especially for someone who married her man in 6 months. Go ahead, Asia.
I only thing I will say is, I'm married, but that's dumb. Like to me, but you got to let people be dumb. Like you, like that's a phase, and I think she was speaking on that phase. But what Jasmine needs to realize is you need to keep shit like that to yourself. You can think it, but you don't have to say it. Just because you happily with your man don't mean we all gonna be, black love.
Is she happily with her man?
That's another. We're gonna talk about that episode 3.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Anyone else want to add before we move on?
I agree.
I'm with Asia. It's a little. I mean, we're gonna think it's premature to do that, but Bria seems like she's the kind of girl that really just flies with the wind. So I would expect her to make that type of move, and then for Jordan to even make the remark like, "Well, 6 months we'll be asking who is the man." Well, let the girl live out her little fantasy for this time, and then when she come back to America, then you can try to put her on with the boys. But in this moment, the least you can do is respect her, whatever it is she got going on.
And don't nobody want them boys in that house.
Nobody.
Speak for yourself. Speaking of which, all right. Speaking of which. A train pulls into the station, and that is Nick and Alex. And
a train, huh?
Really? I don't know. Alex.
Do Jesus.
It's a yes for Nick and Alex for you?
Listen.
It's just Alex for me.
Alex got a nice smile. That's about it.
Alex is definitely a yes.
Or Nick.
Alex is definitely a yes. Nick is
why not? A vegan and a fashion nigga? No thanks.
Oh yeah, that.
Nope.
You're right.
What's the fashion one?
But Alex, he's handsome. He's very handsome. He's very.
They're attractive. That's not.
Alex is to me attractive.
His smile gets.
The other one is not. He's not unattractive. He's
just
both
to me attractive.
Not type. And I as a Kappa, I know that person. I see that guy all the time. I've seen that guy since before I pledged and when I pledged. That Nick is. That is not attractive to me.
Yeah.
I like nerds, so
you know what? He's a nerd. He gives me very much Marshall from Love Is Blind. That's what he reminds me of him.
Did you see
I like them to have
a
little bit more meat on them. They like real. They
skinny.
I want to be the small.
He vegan, okay? Hello.
Yeah, he real lean.
Hello.
Real lean and real mean.
Don't it look good?
All right. Yes. Okay.
I'm not getting on that train, but yes.
The smile.
I will say this: a train cannot run the tracks without a conductor. And then Amir showed up. Oh my God, Jesus!
Amir, yeah. Amir was
no.
I don't need a train. I just have this. I'm good with this one.
So he do it for all y'all. Amir is for.
When I seen them thighs on him, I said, "Glory to God."
It was the lips.
He's he's good looking. He don't really do it for me, but I will say, because I was watching it at work, and when they was getting ready to go in the pool, and he walked by, took my glasses down, and said, okay.
Oh, not your glasses, child.
I had to make sure I saw what I saw, what that Lebanese mama was cooking, because he was built really nice.
He's fat.
He got that after the fact.
Well, he gained weight because he was small. He was a cute little guy, and his earlier picture. So I guess he worked towards that because he was small.
He was that. Yeah, he was that like an Arabic bookshelf. You're
I'll
right.
show you the men.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm with
right. Well, listen, y'all got men, and I'm single, so
who all got men?
Take them all.
Who all got men?
Can I be?
Does anyone have a woman? Yes.
The person who I would, the person who, if they were not gay,
you better not say it.
Preston.
Really?
I like dark skinned men.
I like dark skinned men too, but that damn hat got to go, Preston.
Oh,
you got to take the hat off.
I'll leave his hat alone.
Don't do that.
Megan said it's more guys coming, so she bidding her time, basically waiting everybody, all the guys get that for she.
I can pay more than one.
Okay. Everybody should be a Megan and not be greedy.
Again.
You snoozing.
Okay. Now Jordan arrives, and she seems like she's going to be one of the it girls of the show of the house. Silas makes a comment that while Jordan is a good friend to Jasmine, she's also the party friend, and Jasmine is a married woman. What's that about? Do you feel like there's like they met each other? I don't know, maybe jumping ahead in the whole show, but y'all have been together for 6 months and got married. Now, what the hell do you think gonna change about Jasmine, who went to the club 6 months before she met you?
Especially when your dumb ass go off to the damn army.
Well, you deployed,
right? So
especially when you like
got engaged within 6 months. But how long have they been together in total at this point? Has it been like 3 years or 2 years?
Probably.
I don't know. That's a good question.
No. They were. I know they got. She said we got
engaged.
They got engaged after 6 months.
Yeah.
So
so they were married.
I took it at 6 months.
They were only together 6 months. Then they got engaged, and I guess they maybe waited a year before they got married.
Yeah,
that's what it seemed. A year and a half tops at this time when they filmed.
Because I want to say when they showed some of the pictures they were together, it was 2020. So I'm assuming that's the year of their engagement.
Okay, yeah,
So at this point, it's like 2 years.
I mean, I've known each other, but got together and then got engaged.
Right.
Oh.
Okay.
Either way, she was in them streets. She was outside before the pandemic.
Baby, she was in the street. She was in the car. She was out there. That's what. Well, she was. She said. She not say it?
Rock bottom. Y'all saw the pilot. Rock bottom.
Yeah, she basically said that she was living in her car.
Has anyone seen that? We're gonna get into it.
Okay.
Jordan bumps into Amir, and there are immediate sparks, which I thought was cute. And Mariah arrives, and the party can begin because the other roommate, I was like, damn, another one? Shanice does not arrive until Saturday. Amir speaks to the guys and calls first dibs on Jordan. And everybody was like, oh, you do? But Amir looked like he was pretty serious about it. And then Preston, he already peeped that there were sparks between Jordan and Amir. Does anyone right now so far think that Amir has a shot with Jordan? Anyone?
Yeah,
I think so. She's playing like, I want guys to take me serious, but child, she ready to get bust down.
I can tell you who don't got a chance with her.
2 weeks, mama, make it count.
I can tell you who don't got a chance, and that's the one that she restricted on IG, not to DM her no more. Nick.
He don't got no chance. Boy, when she did that, I was like, girl,
I was loving
you. I'm like, you cute, but you ain't that damn cute, girl.
Right.
That was hilarious.
I have been worse. I understand how she feels too. When somebody keep putting hearts, you like,
I just don't get it. Yeah, don't get the point.
He said, what he also told her, what he said, I'll pull up, and then he probably had pictures of them peach golf pants in the.
I missed that. He said that.
Coming over here, you are not coming.
You're not gonna pull up no one than me.
He was sitting over there with the remote in his lap to my son.
I just wanted to point out when Preston went in the room and yelled, Jordan and Amir about to fuck. I was like,
wait a minute, boo. Wait a minute, but do you think he was doing team too much? Because I just met you 5 minutes ago.
to me, it was funny for me, but
it was funny to me. Yeah,
they could have took that the wrong
Well,
way.
it's the fact that he had just said, I don't want to be messy. I'm not gonna do this, and he come out there. They finna fuck. I'm like, the fuck. Come on now.
I think it was messy. However, that's some shit I would do, and what I've noticed overall, like Jasmine is really excited, and so she's being a little extra, and maybe Preston felt that a little bit, so he was being a little extra in that moment. But they're just excited to get everything started.
But I will say, I can agree both of them with the extra. But for me, Preston's feels very authentic. Like it seems like that's just who he is.
Yes.
Agreed.
Oh, girl,
a snarky bitch, and I live. All right. I can hang with a girl like that. That got a sense of humor, make a little joke, because I'm gonna say one bad. So that's all right with me. She got to take the hat off though. But other than that,
leave the hat alone, Chase.
Well, Dora Freddy got to take it off. All right, so everyone sits for dinner, and Jordan says it's right up Jasmine's bougie alley that Jasmine would have a chef. And I'm like, damn, bitch, do y'all want to eat? Like, they've been making a lot of comments about Jasmine being bougie. Do you guys think that she's bougie?
No.
I think she's being a good host.
Just in her car. So
she's being a good host.
Yeah. It's a trip. So
like, come on.
Yeah, it's a trip. When you're hosting, you want to put your best foot forward. So I think she's just trying to make an experience.
And she's excited. I think that's something like this Black Summer House and Martha's Vineyard. Like, this is exciting. She's excited.
I agree.
I don't want to take that away from her as, her happy Black girl moments.
Mm-hmm.
But of course you would, because you on Bravo.
Mm-hmm. Black and they're making her the center of the show too, Asia. So.
And the first show of its kind.
Yeah, like this is really exciting. So I'm giving her passes. Episode 1.
Episode 1, okay. Wait, what was that?
Derek, you forgot someone.
What Derek said? I can't read that.
Derek said, "Hey, Cortez, Asia, Chase, and Danny." I think he left Sammy out, but Sammy said, "Speak to everyone and shut up." That is loud.
Don't come in, Derek. Don't come in the house being rude, Derek. Don't come in
my Sammy Sam.
You gotta get everybody at the table.
Right. I'm sorry, go ahead. Y'all ain't talking about shit. Amir is excited to be in a house full of people who look like him because it's not the culture in his state of Austin. And he doesn't know his dad. It's cute and dumb. And growing up, he wasn't cute, but now he gets at least 50 to 100 DMs daily from girls. What do you guys think about that? Asia and Danny, you guys are in Texas. Could you guys kind of speak to the culture in Houston? Excuse me, I'm sorry, Danny. Could you guys kind of speak to the culture in Austin? You ain't got to tell me nothing about Houston because that's where I'm down bad now.
That's exactly
right. It's very white.
Okay. So I can see why that's all he's around. Like, but I don't know, in 50 to 100 DMs a day, like he's an attractive man, but is he
ain't really getting it?
It might be repeat. It might be just like
maybe he need to restrict them too.
Maybe 25 from the same person. Maybe it's a
I think he was just saying that just to be facetious. There's no way I'm not saying there's no way.
Are you really counting like that? Are you counting daily? Like, I don't get it.
Maybe it's mixed in hard eyes.
Optimized.
Okay. Oh. All right. You.
Not one of the comments said they coming from men too, the DMs.
You know what? Now when you add the men, the gays will they don't care. They will DM you.
He probably gonna be getting them now though for damn show.
Oh yeah,
he definitely getting them now. It's probably
I'm gonna get on my Smurf account and hey,
I almost sent one.
Y'all better get in there before Jamie.
Oh, Jamie go to Austin all the time.
Jamie's gonna message and say bitty bitty bum bum.
Wow.
I'm not laughing at that.
I am.
Okay, so Jasmine is looking forward to expanding the trip in terms of building community and customer service and community service and activism and all of these things. And Mariah was like, girl, please. It's your second time coming to Martha's Vineyard. But as someone who plans trips, I have a yearly trip that I do every year with a group of people. and every year we add new people and all that stuff. I love my trip. I take great pride in my trip, and so I kind of get it. Although I think we have been doing too much, I kind of get where she was coming from. So I don't know. I think people are going to be unnecessarily hard on Jasmine.
Yeah.
Yes,
because she's the lead. I mean, I didn't see anything wrong with what she was saying, but I mean, okay, whatever.
Mariah
Maybe
gives
that's
hater.
her.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Rico Nasty give hater. Rico Nasty be on that hate.
That group of friends, like the comments they make in the confessions about each other, like that's the godmother of your child, and you still making snarky comments about her. That was just weird.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's what I don't understand is their real friendship and dynamic. Because I mean, they worked at a club, right? They were like
playmates,
playmates. So
Not
I
Mariah.
don't feel that. I don't feel that their relationship is as close as they may have led us to believe. And
well, Mariah's got to be.
Well, no, because her and Mariah, they met in school.
Yeah.
So
that's the godmother. Jasmine is the godmother of her child.
She may be the only one. So I think when she spoke and said, girl, you've been here 2 years, that was like your best friend saying, girl,
stop the bullshit.
Right. I don't think it was really hurt from her.
Yeah, but when you got to realize just because you've known somebody for a long time doesn't mean you need to call them out on shit like that. And it doesn't mean it needs to be said. You know that girl's personality. Again, you know she's excited. That's some hating ass shit. You say that like to each other. You can know me for however. If I'm excited and I used to not be this excited in 2011, fuck you. I'm excited now.
At least don't blast me on camera. You could text me after, like, girl, what the hell
or in front of people or all that kind of shit. Like, to me, that's some hating ass shit. I don't care how long you know me. If you a hater, you a long time hater. Thanks for showing me. It was
very messy.
Oh, okay. You think so?
I see it with
okay. Well, before we move on to the next portion, I want everybody out there to grab a drink, and all of my roommates, I want you to raise your glasses. Tell the people to kiss our asses.
Oh,
raise your glasses.
That's a bottle.
That's a bottle, Lord. I'm just gonna raise my mug with my.
We don't judge here. We don't judge here.
Get y'all mug.
And we're gonna take this shot to Black excellence. You ready?
To which Black excellence?
We're not gonna do that because Preston said y'all got him fucked up. We're not taking no shots to Black excellence. It's going to
be to the success of the show.
Excellence, right? And it is. He says that he believes that the term Black excellence is rooted in white people's views of success, and that when he thinks of Black excellence, he thinks of the everyday Black person, and he thinks of things that are not traditionally viewed as excellence. So before we take our drink, I want to ask you guys, what is your thought on that? Because I thought that was an extremely nuanced conversation for Bravo.
The term Black excellence never struck me as like a negative, but listening to him break it down, I completely agree. I never took into account like how it alienated the people who, like the mothers and the parents who actually got their children to be Black excellence. So like we just discount them because they weren't able to have the type of success that their kids and stuff have. So when he broke it down, I completely agree with him.
Agreed. It made me look at it differently when he said it.
Totally different.
Cortez.
I mean, he broke it down. It made sense, but I think you can encompass all of that. I don't think you have to disregard one or the other. I understand, you know what saying like our parents, our moms, and what they did and what they couldn't do and things like that. And I do believe, the some of the way that Black excellence is, I guess, dissected now is upon like whites' approval and stuff like that. I do agree with that, but I think it can all be encompassed in one. Like just to say you're not. I don't want to say they were struggling, but it's at the same time, just because you're doing well doesn't mean that you can't celebrate that as excellence. I don't know. I just feel like it can kind of correlate, but he kind of said, "No, basically, this ain't Black excellence. This is Black excellence." I think he could kind of encompass both of them. That's me.
Well, see, didn't he kind of similarly say that it can be all those things. It doesn't have to just be.
He did.
Yeah. So
one thing.
His fight was that you're taken away from those who aren't considered Black excellence by. The others.
So it's not a monolith.
Like how Ebony wouldn't date a bus driver. He could be excellent.
Oh Lord.
He at the end he pretty much said like I'm not saying this to down the success because he is successful. He's very successful.
Right.
He's just saying like when we're talking about it, let's not negate what Black excellence is individually for individual people, and not Ebony K. Williams.
He always thinks about other people.
Here, guys, the excellence.
I don't have a cup, so I'm not gonna do it, but it's here.
I double down dare you.
Oh.
I'm gonna do it off camera, y'all.
I'm not gonna put my hands all over out like that. All right. So everyone, excuse me, where are we at now? Okay. So Jasmine asked Bria after the dinner, is she going to give any other guys a chance? And Bria says, hell no. She's wiped up. And again, Jasmine, as we mentioned earlier, thought it was aggressive for Bria to go across the pond to be with her man. Bria doesn't get why Jasmine doesn't respect their relationship. And I think for me, that's where I sat with Bria. Whether it's foolish or not, respect people's choices. You've expressed yourself. Well, at this point, she hasn't clearly told us she thinks it's stupid. So now it makes you like a mean girl, in my opinion, because you're poking at somebody about something and not telling them what your issue is, what their choice is.
Mm-hmm. The first time was okay. The first time she brought it up, I think it was fine. But Bria let you know where she stands on that, and you did it again. I think she crossed the line with that. I think it was disrespectful.
I think she forgot or didn't realize.
Forgot.
Well, think about
that excited.
She had been missing the whole night. She said when the dude was like, "Oh, I have the most extensive closet," she was like, "Why you think your closet more expensive than everybody else's or something like that?"
So what it sounds like, maybe she's not listening.
She's not. I feel like she's not listening.
She's made a couple of mistakes. That was one of them, and she did think he said expensive, but something else she said. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, it was like 3 or 4 things. That's why I'm like, she's just not paying attention.
I don't think she forgot that one. I don't think she forgot that one because she already the first time she commented about how she thought it was dumb, and then she still go. I don't think she forgot this time.
Let me say that I'm not giving Asia this because Asia clearly likes Jasmine. Hell no. Let me say this. I understand. I feel like Bria comes. I've been in Bria's place and space where you feel like somebody may not support what you do. You know, she already told the girl that she had a boo and whatever, and Jasmine already showed that she was not interested, not really caring, felt like, oh, okay, blah blah. But to say it again, it shows that again, like you don't really care about what I have going on. You don't respect, you don't support me. I feel like that's what she was feeling, and especially when it comes to relationships, I don't know what Bria has gone through, but she's clearly going through a lot because she has a dog with her every 2 seconds. So whatever,
and a white man.
So somebody did her wrong. So now she is happy about this. I think she should be supportive, especially hearing if my friend came to me and said, "This is my emotional support." I'll think like, okay, you know what? Something ain't right. Let me kind of back down because they're already going through a lot in some kind of capacity. I don't know. That's just me. But Jasmine heard what the hell that girl said. She said it again.
Hey, what is going? And the crinkle is going on.
Baby, that's Chase getting a cough drop.
That's what you eat.
Doritos.
Child, is it something for the throat?
That's what it is.
Yeah. Y'all gonna let me get this throat lozenge together now.
I feel what you're saying, Cortez. I just think the girl's excited. But that's why I said episode 1. I'm team everybody.
Yeah, I haven't decided on anybody. You should never be so excited that you just completely start to do and say whatever. Like excitement cannot oversee that. Like it just cannot.
Well, maybe that's the Black excellence she needs to work on.
Like I said, she did come from her car. So if you come from your car to a Vineyard, baby, I mean, I guess you know.
Yeah.
Just Barry, don't tell me what was. Tell me what.
Yeah. I guess she don't care. Yeah. Sammy, did you?
Yes. Go ahead, Sammy, please. Yes, something you want to
add? I just think she don't respect the girl when it comes to that relationship.
Exactly. She don't.
She don't want her with no white man in Germany. She want her with a black man at the Vineyard. That's
you think that's what it is? Wow.
It's always a person that just got into something that came up on something that is clearly forgets about. I know it's not about where you came from, but sometimes a person has to be reminded. She just got married. She was only in a relationship for 6 months. Give people a chance to get to where you are. I'm gonna talk about this again later about that.
I was just saying, I have
table. That's when I was like, oh yeah, I see what kind of girl she is.
I have some extensive comments on.
I cannot wait to hear this. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm ready for later too.
And we're gonna get right on down to the later, but before we do, make sure you guys like and subscribe to this video. Thank you for being, so sweet and bearing with my voice. And I want to thank my roommates for really doing the heavy lifting tonight. I really appreciate that. With that being said, yeah, so we're going to move right along with our bombastic review. Everyone is out in the hot tub and they play a little game. I can't even say what song, but I liked it. Anyway, they play a little game and dare Amir to kiss the person that he finds the most attractive. And of course, he kisses Jordan. Jordan's like, of course, because I'm that bitch. So then they give Alex the same dare, and Alex has to choose Jordan. He has no choice because I'm not there. And then Jordan was like, I'm definitely that bitch. So do we think there's going to be like a little rivalry between the two?
No.
Over Jordan?
I don't
think it's Alex's energy to me is very pure. I don't think he's just going to be kind of chill. I don't think he's going to compete with anybody over no girl. Like, yeah.
I actually think he's going to have the better chance in the end.
I was just
I do too. Based off of this commentary later, I think so too.
I would say it was very, very smooth of Amir to kiss her on her hand versus like a cheek or something. When he did that, I was like, okay, that kind of shit would have got me.
It would have got me too.
It would have got me.
I would have rolled my eyes. I don't know. You being a player. That was
okay. I'm like, boy.
Boy, kiss me on the lip.
Hello.
It's flattering. It's flattering. She like that shit.
She loved it.
He was speaking to her ear, dick, and everything. She liked that shit. I ain't gonna lie. She liked it.
Okay. So Preston dares Mariah to. Oh, I like this one too. Preston dares Mariah to give Dick a lap dance, and she said,
"Girl, Mariah never." I would have been. He got so, but you know what? He messed that up. That's kind of cringy to just be like,
excited.
Oh, like he should have just sat there and chill. He's kind of a little lame.
He's a lame one.
That's your brother.
At first I thought the nerdy thing was a front, but when I saw how he acted with that, I was like, yeah, he a nerd for real.
That's what I'm saying. Like it was kind of like, yo, Luke, was it loser? I think if he had been more chill, she probably would have did a little more. But the fact that he was like doing all that, she was just like, boy, take this,
I know one thing. He didn't hide his disappointment though.
Yeah, he was mad. He thought she should get a dance fee for this show.
They should have played Beyonce.
She don't look like she bust down Mariah anyway. So
no, she's not. Preston wanted Mariah to loosen up, and it definitely did not happen. Now my man Alex is there to sing a song to me, and he does, and it's very beautiful. And then we find out that his cousin is my ex-husband, John Legend. I'm just like, what is going on? Oh, John Legend got a big old booty. Everyone loses. Huh?
Oh, go ahead, Sam. I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. Everyone loses their shit, and as a frog makes its way into the hot tub, and then we call it a night. We move on to day 2, and Silas is working on the trip, and that's just very indicative of the kind of person he is. Did you guys want to say anything on the whole about what do you feel about like friends who have to work on trips? Like, is that a deal breaker for you or no?
I don't care.
Not for me, because I'm gonna enjoy myself. If you want to go work, go work.
This is 2 weeks.
I'll be by the pool.
So, it is 15 days.
2 weeks in a row.
15 days. If you have a job, maybe you can't take off 2 weeks straight because that's usually all your PTO.
And he said that he did say he was with the reserve too. They usually only work like on certain weekends. So the fact that he was able to even be there and still have to do Army Reserve work, you better do whatever you got to do.
Yeah. What if he had a shift like from like 3 p.m. to 12 a.m.? Then
I don't care what you do. I'm gonna have my fun no matter what. Like when I go on vacation, I go on vacation. If you want to go to the island with me, come on. If not, I'm gonna go by myself. I just do not be giving a fuck about nobody on my free time. It's mine.
Yeah.
I'll be by the pool with Milo.
Good.
Getting dog hair out your mouth.
You gonna be having all that hair on you. Sam gonna have so much hair on him.
Get his shit ass away from me.
That dog look dirty. Anyway, speaking of work, Jasmine and Mariah are working on their show, which is called Rock Bottom, inspired by their life living out of cars after Jasmine got that girl up there on false pretenses and didn't tell her she was gonna get put the fuck out. So that's why I'm noticing stuff about Jasmine I didn't pay attention to.
I paid attention.
That's messy. Anyway, so now I got to be up here because you ain't got no car. Oh, okay.
You know how? No home.
She ain't got no man. What was she gonna stay if it went for Mariah car?
When I think of home.
So
stay with
as they sit down, they notice that the dog's hair is everywhere. Mariah has a bitch fit, and she wants to talk to Bria now. They begin to talk about the dog being in the house and asks how was she feeling. And Jasmine asked Bria how was she feeling. She brought a tiger without telling nobody. That was like,
huh?
Not a good one, boo. This is not a good one, baby. That's not a good one. Bria says that Jasmine is being insensitive and it's not her problem, as it's her emotional support dog. And Jasmine says, well, I feel emotionally disrespected, and bitch, I ain't gonna lie, I holler. I hollered. I'm sorry. I was like, oh, okay. Jasmine wants to set boundaries, and Bria says, no, baby, there will be no boundaries. Bria does not like how she was approached about the situation, and then Preston in his head tried to butt in and explain on behalf of Jasmine, and Bria lets him know, this is not your business, this is my business. And she also says that, she tells him to take it down a notch. She gets up and she exits to the left. What did you guys think about that whole argument? I'm going to start in order in a row. So Cortez, boom, boom, and boom.
You can skip me.
Okay.
So Bria, like this goes to what I was saying about Bria. Like she says that old girl was insensitive, and maybe she was being a little insensitive, but so was she for bringing this animal, for not even considering if anybody had allergies or is not comfortable. And yes, she did ask around, like, are you uncomfortable? Are you she tried to find ways to back up her bringing the dog, but it's just the principle. Yes, nobody is uncomfortable, but you brought somebody, and people like Bria, I don't like that, because they have no regard to anybody else. It's really about them. And in this moment, she showed that she don't give a damn what they got going on. Yes, whatever the case may be. Yeah, Jasmine, the dog is already there once, so the dog ain't going nowhere, right? But Jasmine was well in her right for at least bringing it up, and seeing how she felt. And Bria should have at least apologized for bringing the dog and just something, but she really took no accountability in this moment and all. And she should have took something, because it's not her trip. She brought a dog, and obviously Jasmine expressed that she was upset about it. So as a friend, that would have been the one thing to do, versus just kind of being like, because then she said she would she said she would slap the shit out of somebody or something like that, and she get really
slap the shit out of her.
Yeah, and I was just like, I was literally like,
slap who?
Huh? Because I'm like, hopefully she been slapped.
Please.
But it was just rare. I thought that energy was just too much for that. Honestly, that's me. Bria kind of gave too much.
Yeah, she would have been slapping her damn passport back to Germany is what she would have been slapping, because she took it too far with that. It was unnecessary to be that upset.
And she was really in the wrong, to be honest. She was in the wrong, to be honest. She brought the dog.
Right, and then she went around asking everybody in the house, "Are you offended with Milo being here?" What if everybody would have said yes? Then what was her next move? Like, I don't think she felt that good. However, in her defense, she shouldn't have bought the dog without clearing it with the host. But when they first got there, I feel like that was the time that Jasmine should have made it clear, instead of, because she's telling this is my emotional support dog. Oh, we'll emotionally support you, and come on, Milo, let's go with mommy and find the room.
Bingo.
And now your homegirl here. And Milo didn't piss you off because he's shedding. Then you want to yell out to her in front of everybody. Well, he's shedding. So you passively aggressive, trying to tell her the dog's getting your nerves. Then your homegirl goes and calls her in the room to have a conversation with the same conversation you could have had with her when she initially bought the dog. So I get why Bria was initially instantly defensive because now y'all, I feel like y'all picking with me now. Granted, she was fucked up for bringing the dog, but we could have been had this conversation because then I could have set boundaries for Milo. I wouldn't have him around the whole house. I wouldn't be doing everything. He wouldn't be swimming in the pool. But you made me comfortable when I told you he was here as my emotional support dog. So I feel like that's where Jasmine kind of dropped the ball. Granted they were already there. It's not like she could have took Milo and left, but I think that Bria probably would have been more considerate and what she would have. We can see the kind of person she is, but I think she would have been more considerate and kind of kept him in a cage or whatever she bought. Did she even bring a damn cage for him?
Maybe
she did. She put him in there. She put him in there the first day. It wasn't a cage.
Like a little.
Bria is not the type of parent to pick a dog up. She would not put a dog up.
But Sammy, I agree.
She was not putting a dog up.
She was not.
Sammy, you said everything I was gonna say. I think another thing that got Bria defensive as well is when Jasmine lied saying the dog's shitting everywhere, you're not picking it up, and they showed her picking up after the dog. So it's just like, she's just making up stuff at this point too.
Yeah,
I would have bought a tiger, like, a tiger. That tiger.
Like, what if I would have brought a snake, like a pet snake? That would have made more sense. Yeah, but
that tiger stuff was dumber than the whole ordinary people joke she tried to make in the confessional. This is when she started kind of clicking down for me.
I like corny jokes. They made me laugh a little bit.
That one was too corny.
Oh,
it was right there.
I was waiting to hear the drum.
Yes. So as you guys have mentioned already, Bria did go inside and ask the other mates, were they offended by the dog's presence? They said no. And then she walks off and says, because she'll slap the shit out of a bitch. And Jordan was like, oh. So Jordan is really trying to figure out what is going on with their dynamic. It is confusing. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know. I have to get to know Bria a little bit more and then revisit it because Bria said that she would have apologized for bringing the dog had she not been approached the way that she was approached. So that's why she felt like she needed to defend herself. But I'm not sure because she is the type of person, how she is about her dog, like how Cortez said earlier, she's not going to like put the dog up and stuff like that. That to me, it doesn't look like she really feels bad about it. So I don't know if she was using that like as a way to evade her taking accountability initially once it was presented. And here's another thing. I hear that, Jasmine could have said something at the beginning. Well, you say something at the beginning, the middle, or the end, right? You were wrong in the first fucking place for bringing the dog. So you're going to be wrong at the beginning, the middle, and the end. You're going to be wrong throughout the whole 15 fucking days. You shouldn't have did it without speaking to someone. So whenever people do it on their time, I kind of get, it probably would have been behooved her to pull up to the side and do it. But at the end of the day, when I look down at it and I boil it down to right or wrong, we wouldn't be talking about it if she didn't do it. So right now, you're wrong, Bria.
She just needs to keep the dog out the pool and the kitchen, to be honest. Because
keep it out of the common areas,
Yeah, that's what.
And I don't need to see nothing else from her. From that one episode, I can just see the kind of girl she is for me.
You talking about Jasmine?
No,
Bria.
Jasmine
I think Bria is going to have a key role in the show, though. I feel like something happened with her.
If you look at the trailer, she absolutely
because her boyfriend comes.
She brings more.
Her and Jasmine are going to keep going up.
And so let me say this: it's a way ahead. But with that boyfriend coming, I'm pretty sure they didn't know he was coming, and that's once again another strike on her doing shit without regard to
at that point. You have to go down to a cottage and inn somewhere down the road.
Yeah, because this is Black Summer House.
But that's what I'm saying. She know Bria is that type of person.
We don't want no motherfucking Kim Zolciak.
Hold on, Asia. He could have been black, and she still would have had to go get an inn. You didn't clear with nobody.
Yeah, that's the principle. Is did you clear? Did you book this space? Like this is a group thing. So she has an issue clearly with giving people a heads up with boundaries. She just does what she wants to do and just blames it on because she probably gonna say early with the dog it was emotional support, right? With the man, it's gonna be like, oh, his phone died. I couldn't text him anymore.
No, what I'm saying is, if Jasmine tried to hook her up one more time with somebody in the house, I'm not gonna get mad that she brought that man over there. If Jasmine tried to hook her up one more time,
maybe that's why.
Maybe that's why she brought him.
What I'm mad about is Bria got all this shit stirred. as a guest of a guest, and the goddamn woman who invited her ain't even showed up yet. By the
Yes,
time I
Shanice.
invited you here, and I know that
that's good
all
though,
this shit
because
started.
Shanice may have to pick a side.
Well,
that's gonna be good.
It looks like from the preview, her friend gets it's a mess. Like she's
battling.
Yeah, like I can't wait.
Because of her.
Bria, she may have gotten on nerves, but she's gonna be an essential person of this trip.
Yep.
Like, Mama she may come out on top. She's
gonna be the Rob.
Buckle up, baby. Buckle
He's
up,
gonna
baby.
get into it with Stylist and Jasmine for sure.
And I hope somebody getting a stylist thumb looking ass. With that being said, y'all go ahead and like.
He should have kept his beard. That's all I got to say.
Oh my God.
He should have kept his ass at home. Is what he should have did.
If you were gonna be at that set tripping, good Lord, that girl can't do nothing.
I miss you too, Morgan.
Hey, Morgan.
Shout out to Sass K. Sass K up in here just to say hey. Says Shoni watch the show, but she wanted to speak.
Thank you.
Love our Sass K.
Hey, Sass.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So we talk about it. Boom, 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 boom. Blase Squad. Boom. There we go. Whoop. There it is. So. Jasmine says that she actually has no problem with Bria. So it's nothing pre-existed between them because she wasn't initially invited as she isn't really a friend. So she doesn't really have a problem with her. Mariah checks in on her son and Bria talks to her boyfriend about what happened. And he said something smart out his damn mouth, but I didn't get a chance to write it down. Do y'all remember?
Who
said something?
Jasmine's
I don't remember
Bria's boyfriend about haters or something like that.
He did say something smart, slick.
He did.
I think it was about them jealous or something like that.
Jealous or hating or something like that.
Yeah.
I missed that.
I didn't get
it. Jealous, you got a man all the way on the other side of the world. They're so jealous.
He just looks like a little milk dud, and I'm not gonna say he's unattractive. I feel like he hasn't said anything interesting to where I want to know who he is. And, if it wasn't for Jasmine, he would fade to the back of all the guys thus far.
Baby, he coming though.
Until that dinner.
I'll say the most interesting thing he said thus far is that you need to give him a Father's Day card.
Oh no, he already started. He started
did say
Jordan got in the house. When Jordan got in the house, he started fighting.
Asia love the damn alphas. Look at her.
That's because my man is an alpha.
Well, it's time for you to get a new man.
Come on over here. No, that's my husband. He's not going nowhere. We share the same last name.
Oh Lord, we got to get him a room on the house, child.
Right.
Okay. So yeah. So Jasmine walks into the room to talk to Preston about what happened earlier, unknowingly. So as Bria is getting whatever she's done, getting to her legs on the couch, Bria said, "Bitch, I can hear you. I'm sitting right here." And Jasmine almost shit a brick. That was good.
And you could tell she was, she knew she got caught because the way she tried to talk about, "Ooh, what's this on your legs, girl? You're not that interested in that."
I'm next. Nah, you fake that because you busted. Like
you busted.
I lived for that. I was like, "Ooh."
Did you see Preston trying to warn her? He was like,
"Yeah." Preston.
Meanwhile, I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me get this out of the way because we got to wrap up real quick. I'm sorry, you guys. Meanwhile, Jordan is outside with the guys as they're playing, football or whatever they were playing. And Jordan lets them know that, she's really guarded as far as dating is concerned due to her past with Playboy. And she also informs them that she has been celibate for a year. And Alex finds that to be beautiful. He's done it himself and he's all about self. And the man was like, "Nah.
I'm good.
Stop the process. I ain't doing it."
Amir said, "Oh, that's his cue to get off the ride." Yeah.
Right. Oh, is that right? Mariah, where you at? Right. So he's about to move on. Do you think that is going to stop Amir, or is he going to try to?
He's still going to try.
Celibacy. He's going to try.
She puts on a hard exterior, like she just like I'm sick of fuck boys and blah blah blah, whatever. The right one come along, she gonna spread them.
She act like he just her type, and she don't want to admit it.
And that's why Silas don't want his wife around her. Party girl.
Lose it.
I know you now on that team, Sammy.
Don't put that on her.
No, you now on that team. I can't wait to get that part.
All right. So While that's going on, Jasmine and Bria are finally having a civilized conversation where Jasmine expresses to her how she really feels about the dog and the situation that just happened. And Jasmine admits that because she is a new wife and this is her trip alongside her husband, there's a lot of pressure and she just wants to make sure that everything is right. And she's still kind of experiencing fight or flight mode from being homeless for so long. Bria acknowledges it and apologizes about the dog, but she does state that she does not like that Jasmine has made snarky comments regarding her relationship and attempted to hook her up with other guys. And Jasmine says, yeah, girl, I'm sorry. And then everybody everybody comes into the house, but Bria is not really satisfied with the apology. She feels that it was rushed and only given because she was caught talking shit behind Bria's back. Yep. What do you guys think about that conversation? Do you feel like the apology was genuine?
Bria was right.
It don't matter. I feel like it don't matter if it's genuine or not, because Bria, you still don't give a fuck about these people. You brought your goddamn dog here.
Yeah.
So if my apology is genuine or not, I'm just trying to move shit along. No, I don't mean it, bitch. I don't want your dog here.
She probably would have wanted the conversation to start in a better way. The setup, she probably wanted to be better because obviously she was called. So now let's talk about the elephant in the room. So I think that would have put her at ease, but because it didn't go that way, she would have thought whatever she would have said would have been disingenuous anyway, regardless. So just because of how it started, she caught her in the middle of a conversation about her. So yeah.
And I'm not wrong that she felt like it was rushed. I don't think had they Jasmine was going to sit at that table and run Bria into the ground had she not got caught.
Oh yeah.
But I will say, and this is why I'm kind of like past being annoyed with her bringing Milo. It seems like because she's already not a friend, like, close with her like everybody else, and then she's bought Milo, and then she keeps asking her about trying to hook her up with the man. It gives me like she's like picking with the girl on the low, but she's doing it in a way that you can't really say that she's picking with her.
You can't clock her.
Yeah, she's describing it really well, but I mean, at this point, if you pay close enough attention, like she like she don't want the girl there. So since you're
it seems like, honestly, like I said, Ellen, seems like they're friends. Like she's like a friend, but she's not her friend. I don't know. It doesn't seem like
you know what it reminds me of. Wait, you know what it reminds me of for my Sweet Life panel. Remember season 1 when Amber had the trip and they brought the girl and they were being mean to Miami. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
A little bit.
Well, I don't get that. I don't get that now because they was all mean to Miami. Like they all was giving. But I feel like here's my thing. If you are the host of a trip and you are the person that you have invited everybody here, it is kind of your obligation to make sure that everybody is comfortable, right?
Yeah.
So I go the whole thing about, maybe like you said, maybe initially it wasn't an issue, but when Mariah said something about the dog in the hair, then obviously, let me check it, right?
Okay, I gotta say something.
As it relates to Bria, I think she should. It doesn't seem like Bria knows everybody else like that, so she should be trying to make sure that not baby the girl, but make sure she is okay. Especially considering that she didn't mention this emotional support. Like as a host, you want to make sure, unless somebody, so if we go on a trip together and you don't know anybody, Asia, I'm gonna make sure that you are like okay, because I know that you don't really know anybody like that, and I feel like Bria may be that friend that's like disassociated from everybody else, minus of course the playgirls, but they don't really seem like they.
She's a little kooky, so she may not really have friends or people that want to go out on.
And that's why I feel like that's why Jasmine needs to maybe lay off of her a little bit, kind of.
And the difference between what Chase was saying, Miami wasn't invited. Bria was invited.
Yeah, Miami wasn't invited.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's true. Okay, I forgot. Yeah, that's true. You're right. But on the same side of the token, on the same side of whatever it is, Bria also has the obligation as a new person who does not know anybody to not come in and try to rock the fucking boat. So when you bring a dog, you are rocking the fucking boat. As far as I'm concerned, when I have my trips and people do shit like that, this is their first and last season. Thank you.
She don't seem like, I'm saying, she lacks a self-awareness a bit.
Yes.
It doesn't seem like she knows that that's an issue. She doesn't really feel like that's an issue, and that's a problem within itself. But that's the type of person that she is.
Delusional.
She right. She needs 2 dogs because some ain't clicking.
I think she got to. Y'all see the way that boyfriend was in the pool dancing when he came on his visit. But I guess that's
Megan.
Right.
Now, Megan, it's 2 versus 2 because Bria got her fucking dog with her. And she wasn't alone. She was not alone with kids. All right, the group goes out to dinner, and Jasmine again tries to make a love connection, and the whole group pays at dust. Jordan says, "Listen, boo. Now we get you the man of the trip, or whatever, woman or whatever of the trip. But let us be authentic and organic in our interactions. We got this. We know we on TV. We don't need you pulling the puppet strings. Calm down."
I love it.
And much to Jasmine's credit, she was like, "If this shit flop is on y'all, all right, I'm out of it. Y'all get another season, y'all deal with it. Somebody here need to get the fuck in. God damn it." Anyway, so she let it go. And then you guys, I'm going to ask you to help me because my actual thing cut off. I think I actually deleted it on accident. And this is where the big conversation has that I was most interested in, with Jordan being there and Silas. And so if anyone wants to go ahead and break down what happened for that, please, if you don't mind.
So I don't remember what initially started the conversation, but I know that did Alex say that she was the toxic friend playfully first? Was that first?
No,
Silas brought it up first. Silas brought up something first, and then
Silas. So where things went crazy was because Silas was talking about how they used to be out a lot up to 3 a.m. when they were in New York. Jasmine and Jordan, they were always out. And he was just saying, I'm not saying I'm controlling or anything like that, but that was kind of a problem. It was right. Basically, he is controlling without saying I'm controlling. And so, Jordan was just saying, she basically said, like, listen, we were both single. And I think one of the guys, I don't know which guy it was, one of the guys tried to make it seem like that as a woman, she was kind of out being careless at 3 o'clock in the morning. Jasmine mentioned that. Silas, right? Jasmine mentioned a time where he called and she was like, they was like, "Oh, somebody bought us drinks," and he was like, "Who bought drinks?"
That's not what she said. She got free drinks.
She got free drinks, and Jasmine said that the drinks were actually free. It wasn't anybody, and that women should be able to go out and have a good time without feeling like there's a predator. There's always somebody buying them things. So this is where Silas goes. Yeah, I think Alex at some point says that. He says it playfully. I thought he was serious, but he did say that Jordan was a toxic friend. But she didn't like that. I'm like, Alex, girl, be quiet, because I feel like Jordan is going to go off on you.
Leave it alone.
And so that's kind of where it ends, because she goes on this whole spiel of saying that, she was fine. Like, they was having a good time before she was married and in a relationship. And, she could see to have a good time. And she's a very careful woman. She can basically take care of her damn self. Like, she ain't got no issues out being in the streets.
My whole thing was, this is when she started picking in for me.
Silas came out of left field with it. I didn't understand where it happened. Like, what even led him to want to talk about that?
He mentioned it at the very beginning of the show.
They were sitting there having a good time. Like,
what led into it?
I'll say this: when Jasmine kind of reeled it back in about who was liking each other, she asked the question to the group about relationships and just like things like, it was something about relationships. And that's
Jordan said, "Let it be organic. Stop planning conversations."
Right.
Yes.
And then he interjected. Silas did. So it was unwarranted. It sounds like
he was waiting on her. She got on the door when she walked through the door. He was waiting on her.
He has a
that's what it gave Chase
notion about Jordan. It seems like, because he basically was trying to check her. Like, you had my girl out too late. Why you have her out like that?
I have a gun to her head. She chose to be out here.
Correct.
Careful, Sammy.
I want to hear what Sammy has to say, and then
go ahead, Sammy.
But I feel by the end of this, I'm not going to care for the Coopers. To me, based on what we've seen on, based on her being in the car and them, getting engaged rather quickly, and her pushing for everyone to want to link up and be enjoyable to get married, she's trying to make the people be coupled up so she can go out and have fun with her friends and her husband be comfortable because she's with married people.
Damn.
I'm not gonna say that she's not happy with him, but How long ago was this when she was in the car? Because he seems like he's well off, like he's doing good for himself.
2017.
Okay, well maybe she don't want to be there anymore because you got married, rather quickly, I guess. And how you didn't see any of these signs? Like he's insecure. He may not be controlling, but he's insecure, and that's going to soon turn into him being controlling. I mean, I feel like it's already there at this point, but she's just not going to own up to that. That's why she's pushing for them to hook up and trying to get people wedded off so they can have couple friends and things like that. I just don't get the way that he's coming at Jordan. This is when I'm starting to lean a lot towards her because I like how she just sit there and just didn't take it. Like, what's the issue? And to make it seem as if she's just careless because she's out having a good time. She's single. She could be out to 2, 3 in the morning having a great time. Hell, I don't see why it's an issue for Jasmine to be doing it. You was off on deployment. I mean,
in Afghanistan somewhere.
Like I don't know. It feels very. Jasmine started to make a lot of sense to me at that table. The way she was moving and doing the things she was doing, you could tell that this is her moment to try to make her man feel comfortable with her friends and be able to. She's really just trying to make him comfortable. She don't want to lose that man for whatever reason. I'm not gonna say it's a money thing or, but that's just like.
I think one of the things that, and I don't think I'm gonna be far if I say this. I think one of the things that probably attracted her to him was stability. After living in your car and stuff, stability. That's.
And that's why Mariah looking at her at that table like, girl, chill the fuck out. This is your second time being out here. We ain't got it like that. We here because of him. So just relax. I think that's what all that was when Mariah was like. So Jasmine started to make a lot more sense to me in that little 3, 4, 5 minutes we got into at that table.
Yeah. And Jordan was very eloquent in how she responded to everything. She was very.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2.
Do you all think that? So everybody's okay with the way Jordan responded?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I feel like she felt. I mean, she was attacked. Let's be clear. He was basically blaming her for having his woman out at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Agreed.
And then Alex, even though he was playing, it was the wrong place, wrong time. Because if she had popped off on him, his little vegan ass, baby, he would have. I mean, he would have probably ate meat. I'm just saying.
Had a drink of something.
Like that's the one thing. It gives like, who was talking to you? Like I would have probably popped up on him.
I would have looked at him.
Yeah, but I think she was well in her right to respond. I hope it don't get to a crazy place where she gets disrespectful. At the sake of her friendship with Jasmine, but I think for what she said, she definitely handled herself well. I like how she really tied it into women being able to go out with like not always having to worry about a predator or somebody like preying on them and buying them drinks. It kind of showed like she was giving, I'm saying, woman excellence. I don't know what that
like elevated,
but she was.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I love that she was speaking about that, and I'm not even the one, but it felt very
She's very empowering.
Yeah, it was. It felt empowering for women to be like, women can go out and have a good time, blah, blah, blah. I loved it. I think she ate it up, and I was like,
one time to me.
I like it.
Yes. There was,
Asia,
when she made it clear, like, don't think I'm out here just being careless. Like, I don't know I need to be paying attention to what's going on. But I'm still going to enjoy my damn stuff. Yeah, I love
Asia.
That.
So, it's going to come together. But with Jordan, let's just be honest, she's very pretty. She gets hit on all the time. We know this. We know this just by looking at her and her mannerisms. And it seems like she doesn't really like it. And so she knows how to combat that type of situation. Whereas somebody who has come into her life after living in a car goes out with her and gets attention with her. So it seems like to me, Jasmine really just likes being around Jordan. They're friends, but that aspect of it is something that Jasmine is not necessarily experiencing on her own. She's experiencing that with Jordan. Silas don't like that side of Jasmine, who really enjoys her friend Jordan, because they go into the parties, they having an open bar, they getting free drinks, they dancing on tables till 3 a.m. Glitter probably falling down from a damn disco ball wherever they at.
That's true.
They had the drag show.
That's when I lived in New York. I would be out till like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. I mean,
It's probably
New York is one place that stays open to like late.
Yeah, forever. It just don't go to sleep. So like I get why Silas don't like that. However, that's on you. This is what your bitch like, and your ass wasn't here to give her no dick. So if you're not here to give me no dick,
you should have talked to her privately about that too.
You know what? It gives me his whole issue with that, like who's buying the drinks, who you with. Just like Danny said, you can tell that Jasmine seems attracted to stability. So if it's men out here, that's probably how Silas get down. I'm finna shake the coin, and you gonna come to me. Now he be damn if she out there, and it's another man shaking the coin, and that Jasmine over there, and God forbid he look better than Silas. So I think that's his whole.
She just wants to have a good time. She's young, and I think that's one thing about me. I'm married. I mean, I don't have no kids, so even though I'm married, I'll be like, I'm a married single woman because I don't got no kids, so I don't have nothing that makes me come home. My husband doesn't have anything that makes him come home except each other, and we're gonna come home to each other, but we can get up and go whenever we want. And because she doesn't have any kids yet, or I don't think she has any kids, she can do that. She can still go have fun. She young. Like, just because you married don't mean you got to be sitting on top of your husband's dick 24/7. You can go have some fun. And you can hang out with your homegirl still.
But and think about pay attention to when they were riding to the dinner, how they didn't want to. I'm in the car with all the girls, and she's over there with all the men. Y'all could have broke that shit up so the girls could roll with each other. Like, it's just a very attached to her type thing because he wants to watch her and she wants to be free and enjoy herself. It's clear.
And that's what I was going to say. I think the excitement that you speak about, Asia, is just her being able to be amongst friends and just really have a good time. Because what I'm getting, and I don't know, we don't know yet, based on this conversation, she don't have a lot of fun outside of him. It sounds like he has become her life completely. And I like that she's supportive of him because she said they have the same last name. They won. I get that. But I think they won to the point to where she's not really doing that. So this is
Velcro.
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily say he's insecure. I think that I don't know yet, but he's very military. He's very
that's what I was gonna say. They like order, they like routine, they like
traditional.
So it's not. We don't know if he's insecure yet or not. Like I don't want to put that on him. But I know she a Playboy bunny. Like she was doing that.
He wants control and a little structure. That's clear.
What I see right now is a typical military man.
Yeah, he wants some. Yeah, he I ain't gonna say he's insecure, but he does want some control.
I ain't gonna say that yet.
Yeah.
Well, hold on, you guys. Before we go ahead and let our caller up, I just want to say that I think that it's very traditional views. And he sees Jordan as a hot girl, a playmate, and she gonna get her life, and she does not. He don't want his wife doing that. But like I said earlier, you married her and you met her during that doesn't just when people get married or in their relationships, who they are when you met them does not automatically change because the situation changes. And if Jasmine can't get her way, welcome to Bravo, because now you have a way out. Catch that dirt.
Period.
Do it. All right, let's go ahead and let our caller up.
Okie dokie.
Our first house guest, you guys. Oh, it's Megan.
Hey, Megan.
And she was invited.
Hi, guys. I'm so glad that you guys are reviewing this show. I feel like there's not I feel like there's not many reality TV shows with an all-black cast that are like young. So I feel like I already like this show based off that fact. Like, I don't know how the rest of the season's gonna go, but I'm just like, yes, like Candy and the Gang was canceled. Like there are like, it's just like Love and Hip Hop and Basketball Wives, like, and Atlanta, which we love, but it's just like, there's not much else. So, I like the show. I like everybody on the show. I think everybody brings like a different dynamic. I'm all scrambled. Let me jump to the end. With Jasmine, what I thought was very telling was that she didn't say not one word during that whole thing. Like she was just quiet as a church mouse, which is so crazy to me because we've seen throughout the whole episode that she is not a quiet girl. Like she's like, she speaks her mind. Like when she has something to say, it seems like she's gonna say it, but like for her to just be silent, and it's a to be continued. So maybe she does speak up in the second episode. We just need to see the rest of that conversation. But the fact that she was just like listening to her husband kind of dog out her friend was very telling to me. And like the fact that he was basically saying things and victimizing her in a way and making her friend the villain, and her not saying like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, I went out with Jordan, like, it wasn't like she was dragging me to these places. She just, like, she just sat there, and I was like, "Okay, like, well, that's your friend. That's your friend." Like, that's very interesting to me. Alex was the only one that I liked out of the guys until he said that stuff about Jordan being a toxic friend. And I was just like, okay, maybe it was a joke. Maybe it was a joke. Haha. It wasn't funny to me. Like, why are you saying that? Like, that's not cool. Like, even if it was kind of just like to lighten the tension at the table, it was just so weird of him to say that. Like, oh, I could see you as the toxic friend. How am I supposed to? Right? Like, how am I supposed to take that? And I've just met you. Like, that's I thought that was weird as hell. It was
and
just
I'm trying to shoot my shot with you.
Period. Thank you. So far, yeah, that was just like weird to me. Amir seems really cool, but like his flirtation skills seem like that of a middle school boy, just very like juvenile and like, I don't know, like back of the bus, like, do you like me? Check yes or no. Like, it's just so like childish. And I know everybody has this experience of like being biracial, and you know, I sympathize with him, like him not being able to grow up with his like black side. But once he started talking, I was just like, oh, here we go. Like I was never accepted. I was just like, I have empathy for you. I really do. But I feel like to me, if I'm like a Black woman, I am not going to walk you through your Blackness. I'm so sorry. Like maybe have one Black girlfriend before you come back and try to date a Black girl. I don't know, because it's not going to be me. I'm not going to help you hold your hand through this. So you could be like, I didn't know what waves were before I met y'all. Like, what? I was like, oh God, girl, like what? But he is cute. And yeah, I mean, I like this cast. I really do. I think they bring something, everybody brings something unique. The conversations, even though like at the last one, I know Jordan was just like, can we have an authentic conversation? I feel like they have been having authentic conversations. It seems natural. They don't all know each other, but I feel like that helps. Like everybody's kind of just like getting to know each other's like little thing. And yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited for the rest of the season. Hopefully this makes it to a second season. So, I mean, we'll see.
Because you know they don't give us two.
We have to hope, we have to pray. So hopefully it could get there.
All right. Thank you, Morgan.
We appreciate you calling in, okay?
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hi, Megan.
Sorry, Megan.
We had another caller join the queue, Chase, while Megan was on. So do you want to
absolutely. Come on up. Bring them on up. Knock. Who's there?
Come on, Cohen. Right now, wrap us on up now.
Hey, Chase.
Hey, Cohen. Hey, Coco.
Hey, Cohen.
Hi, everyone. So I'm actually glad that we got a Black Summer House because I love the original show. So I'm really excited about this. But I will say, I don't really, Chase, why are you looking at me like that? Okay, Chase. That's fine. All right. But anyway,
go ahead. It's my house. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I really do. I like the diversity of this cast a little bit, but I also kind of feel that there's a little misogyny going on, just a little bit. I'm sensing it, but I don't want to. I don't want to go there. I don't want to do that.
You just did. Where do you sense the misogyny?
I feel like the way some of these guys are and how they move with certain things and just how they see things a little bit. But that's just it. We're early on. And you know, I feel like what's his name? Silas is very controlling. I do feel that may be that military acumen that he has. But I'm not really feeling it, and I'm not really feeling their relationship, and I'm really cringing that they got married after like 6 months. Now they probably have been together a little bit after that, But just to like rush into that like 6 months later, I don't know, because I'm very funny about marriage and stuff like that. But that's just me. But everyone else on the show, I think everyone is fine. But I definitely do think that Jasmine and what I forgot the other girl's name, but I think that they
Jordan.
definitely are. What'd you say her name was?
Jordan or Bria?
Bria. Yeah, I think they're definitely fighting to be queen bee of the show, and I don't think that this show needs that. There really is no need for that. But
it's Jordan. So
Jordan, you think she's the queen of the show?
She's
Jordan gave us a little Maya Angelou. She said, "Listen, who dare say I can't go out and have a good time at night without getting prayed on?"
You're right.
You didn't feel that?
And that's on her founder, Whole Fathers. Whole
Fathers. But I do.
All right, Coco.
Oh, wait, I was going to say, Preston is my favorite, and I like how he brought up about the Black excellence things, because I hate when people talk about Black excellence too. That shit is cringy, and we know where that's rooted, but I'm not going to go there tonight. That's too much.
Don't do it.
Okay.
But yeah,
Coco, we thank you for calling in and giving us your viewpoint. I always look forward to hearing from you. But next time you come to my house, take off your shoes and have some manners. Okay, thank you.
Bye, Cohen.
Okay.
Well, Chase, was he done?
Yeah, he done.
I just said okay. Well, listen,
that's my baby love. That's my little baby. I love Cohen. That's my little baby. That's how we give it up. That's how
I can tell.
Before Chase takes us out, I don't. We haven't decided, right, Chase, if this is going to be live or not, or pre-recorded. But I saw, because Morgan said I'm calling in this season. Morgan, you may have to call us. We don't know when it's going to be live, so just check the channel. Because we have other shows going on. We got Atlanta right now, New Jersey's going on, and so time is just very limited. So. But check the channel for sure to know when we're going to be live for the show. We wanted to do it live today because it's the premiere first show, but just check the channel.
Yes, check your local listings. We'll be on there, and we will give you enough advance notice.
Local listing. We worldwide, baby.
We're not waiting on the phone.
Where my wig at? Hold on. Let me get my
wig. No. No.
All right.
We will let you know, though. We will let you know definitely when we are going to be live. Some of them will definitely be taped, but we're going to go ahead and commit to this season because I'm rooting. We didn't get Candy in the game. We don't have blood, sweat, and heels. And so we got to get something.
This show been gone
basically,
so
long. Subscribe so you know when we're coming on. Subscribe so you know when we're coming on.
And like the video before it even come on. Thanks.
Yeah.
I do.
I want to thank Cohen and Megan for calling in. Thank you, Art World, TKC, Sass K, everyone who's in the comments, Morgan. I want to thank my housemates this season. Thank you guys for helping me out. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and lean out, bitch. And whether you are Black or not, you are still excellent. Okay. So, yeah.
You know what I say today?
Slander. It's never gonna.
Bye, y'all.